Anyways, here we are again, round 2, sort of. We had Asmon drop earlier, so we've got Warlock and Lictor facing off against Dark Riku and Zakuto, challenging the King of the Hill title with their Tech Marine and Force Commander. And honestly, I would say this is probably a good chance for Dark Riku and Zakuto to bring it back, because I think it was looking kind of rough for them.
Yeah, it was indeed. I think it's probably the Tyranids, because, you know, everyone hates Tyranids.
No, they are definitely tough, especially, I feel, as Space Marine to deal with early on.
They've been brought back, certainly. They're not as powerful as they used to be with the stupidly overpowered Ravenous just nuking everything to shit.
But Asmon and Spoke have switched sides, so we'll have a different face-off this time.
But we'll see what happens. Riku does hate Elba the most.
Although also I see Riku and Zakuto switch, so I guess it's actually the same matchups.
Yeah.
And we'll zoom in on Riku's Force Commander right here and see, because he likes his custom paint scheme so much. There it is. Everyone look at that.
Close up.
Lictor going stealth, waiting for that Force Commander to move in on those Tyranids. The Tyranids are not gathered up this time, though.
Nope.
The Hormagaunts overcapping the VP this time. The Lictor's probably going to move in and flesh hook this Force Commander right away from all those Termas. There's the hook. He goes down on his back, taking lots of shots to the face there. He has to get out of there. Meanwhile, Tech Marine facing off against the Eldar. Everything kind of idle in the mid. Again, those tactical Marines shooting at this power node.
Yeah.
It's debatable on whether that's worth their time because it does take so long.
Focus fire the Banshees, focus fire.
Yeah, he's heading for that garrison.
You can do it. Oh no. Oh, that's also a possibility, yeah.
So long as those Guardians don't show up with grenades in the next second or so, yep, the Banshees have to get out of there.
I don't think they have grenades, do they?
No, the Guardians are actually down bottom trying to hold this power node and doing a good job of keeping Riku in his base with the help of the Warlock and that Lictor. They kind of went double bottom.
Zacto's actually doing a pretty good job at ninja capping behind the back while they're doubling Riku. So yeah. It's still pretty early in the game, so it's not really.
Now see, Asmon learned from his first mistake, and now he has Rangers reinforcing those Banshees. If I were him, I would not even fire with the Rangers until they hop in that building, and then force them.
Yeah. But if he focus fires the Banshees now, I'm pretty sure they can.
Oh, nice knockdown shot.
Yeah, very nice. But he can still get into the build.
Now, but see, that's even worse. He should have just retreated knowing that those Rangers are there, because now they'll just snipe out of the building and the Banshees...
Sure, but if he gets out quickly now, he could just get out there and...
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. Retreat.
See, that's why I wouldn't have retreated the Banshees right away necessarily. Attack goes down.
He should have retreated those stacks.
Yeah.
Really
now the Warlock is there. There go the attacks. A Scout goes down as well.
Riku's making a big push against the Tyranids down bottom.
Oh, I see. Several Termagants have gone down to that.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
the Tech Marines there helping out as well. Upgrading Bionics.
Sneaky. The which sneaky. Guardians trying to be sneaky, but...
Yeah, 3-0 cap for Red, trying to put on that victory point.
Rangers moving in.
Victory point pressure nice and early. I'm surprised those Scouts didn't lose a model right there. I'm sure the next Ranger shot will change that.
They hit the Sergeant, which has a bigger HP pool than the rest of the Scouts.
Right, of course, with the leader shared damage.
Yeah. So that's why they didn't lose the model.
So Assault Marines coming up for Dark Riku. Zakuto trying to do a little
Lictor Alpha.
A little retreat kill with his Bionics on the Banshees there. Didn't quite get the hit though. I don't know if you saw a video Zakuto posted a while back, but he has this really cool video where a squad of Hormagaunts was retreating, and he bionics with the Tech Marine and wipes the squad. It was pretty...
Yeah, it was... I think he does that sometimes from those montages with several cool stuff going on in the game.
Yeah, I believe Tex is working on something like that, like a top 10 of the month kind of video that he wants to do from month to month, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be.
So these Assault Marines tearing into these
oh, that Warlock is looking pretty low.
Oh wow, he is very low. But the tags don't get a final shot on him in melee, and he will get out of there. Oh, especially with the Banshee knockdown. Very fortunate, all things considered. Those Assault Marines could have jumped into position to finish him off, but wasn't quite
down.
Wasn't quite keeping up with it.
Yeah, no, it's going all very fast. Banshees are chasing, Tech Marines here. Force Command are going down there, and Assault Marines raping Guardians on the top. At the top.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Riku and Zakuto have kind of been playing like kind of a half on one side, a half on the other, so it might be spreading their micro attention a little bit too thin. Sometimes
I'm pretty sure they can pull it off because they've been doing pretty well, considering if you look at the resources.
Yeah, I mean they're not hurting on wreck, which is important as Space Marine.
Although they are late on tier 2, while Asmon and Spoke are already going tier 2. So that
Right. Well, I mean they have both of the contested power nodes in the middle here, and 2 generators on one of them.
Oh god, those scouts! Ooh, he managed to get those scouts. To keep those scouts alive at least.
Yeah, there's just a couple models left there.
We might see it now.
Tech Marine getting knocked down by the range fire of that Warlock.
Yeah.
And he's forced off of the field. So it looks like Zakuto's going to try to go down and steal that power for himself. Still not upgrading to flame. Oh, the flamers are upgrading right now as we speak. And that might help even out the tech advantage if he can hold on to that for a couple minutes here.
Yeah.
Scouts capping the point, realizing they got to get out of there. Looks like that nade's going to be too late, and not even in the right position. It's sometimes hard to judge when you got a bunch of units retreating through cover. It's really just a matter of experience knowing which way the retreat path is going to take them.
Yeah.
So Warlock again narrowly escaping a terrible fate. And Assault Marines moving in on the 2 squads of Termagants. Of course, one should just be able to retreat.
Swarmline drop near the building at the bottom. A nice nade to take out some of those.
Yeah, they're actually not going to be able to do much past that initial detonation.
Very nice.
Oh no! There comes the Autarch. Oh, and you
ought to do something against that because this is just stupid. Actually,
it is very frustrating. I mean, I really feel like Eldar is in a good place balance-wise, with the exception of the Autarch drop. Because I feel like you can't legitimately tell yourself that getting a setup team against Eldar is a good idea because it can just get instantly gibbed.
Yeah, it's also not. Some people claim that you can get out in time, but I'm pretty sure you can't. No, I've never seen anyone coming out of it actually.
Assault Marines jumping in to protect that Tech Marine and then instantly retreating, just trying to get those Banshees off his back so he can get out safely. Nice little play there. Of course, those Guardians are getting into position for a retreat grenade. Might take out a model here if he can place it right this time. And it looks like it might be good. Oh, and they tag a Assault Marine. Very nice.
Yeah, here you go, did it too.
So, Warp Spider's coming on for Asmon, and Dark Riku and Zakuto are finally hitting tier 2, so if they can just stall a little bit more, there's really not much of a VP advantage for one team or the other. And they're managing to hold that lower power for a little while, just as they were hoping for.
And they've managed to actually just keep attacking that top power so they won't be getting any gems on it. While, like you said, they managed to preserve the bottom power pretty well with gems. So they actually have the power advantage.
An Exarch emerges from the Warp Spider.
So, yeah. Zakuto's tier 2 already.
Yeah, and bringing a Plasma Dev onto the field.
Got a Sergeant on his Assault Marines.
Which is very important, brings that Merciless Strike and, of course, that Power Sword into play. Nice little Autarch jump in, healing those Hormagaunts there for a little bit. But she goes...
Coming in for Dark Riku on the Force Commander. Probably to get some blood control going on. Actually, it's not that Zoanthrope. I'm not sure if it was.
Oh man, a nice shot on that Zoanthrope, hitting those Assault Marines at a critical time.
Yes, certainly. I think the Sergeant's gone. Yeah, Sergeant's.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, no, that was those Warp Spiders bled way too much. That wasn't a good start. Scout actually getting away with 1 HP.
Oh wow, just exactly 1 HP. Hopefully he doesn't trip on the rock on the way home. That Zoanthrope very low. If they get one more swing, oh wow, and it's there it goes. Wow, that Assault Marine kind of got a little swing around the corner of that building and finished it off.
Played by Riku.
Very, very fortunate indeed.
They need to push now before. I think it's Red Team for you gets the advantage.
Yeah, it's. I think this is the time they need to do it. They took out that Zoan, and Spoke is pretty much essentially back to tier 1 as far as that's concerned. Look at that Force Commander just shredding those Hormagaunts. That Thunderhammer is just brutal. The Plasma Dev misfiring a little bit into the terrain, which it supposedly isn't supposed to do anymore.
Yeah, they claim to have fixed that, but...
yeah, I still see it fairly often. I do love Plasma Devs. They're probably one of my favorite units, but they're just such feast or famine units. But there's just...
They're not your usual units. You shouldn't use them in every match.
No, most definitely not, but I just love the anticipation, because you hear the guns spin up and you're just like, oh man, something's gonna die.
I'm not sure what those Assault Marines are doing here.
Yeah, they got slowed by some toxin there, and now jumping into the pile.
Yeah, now they're jumping in.
I think they need to focus down those Banshees before focusing on much else.
Having some trouble with those.
And oh man, those are dead Assault Marines. I don't know if they had...
Zakuto just lost his entire Assault Marine squad.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't have energy for the jump or what, but that was an extraordinarily expensive loss right there.
A very nice nade, actually.
Oh, and there goes another squad. Oh, that is 2 big squads down right here in this engagement. That may well be it. That's going to be very difficult to come back from for Zakuto.
Zakuto doesn't seem to have the units to do much anymore.
Yeah, all he's got is a lone squad of tax and, of course, his Plasma Devastator, which is, not much more than a support unit. Although it doesn't look like the Spoke was watching his Lictor. He followed the Tech Marine right into the base and died. Riku's bringing a Librarian on the field, but I don't know if that's going to be enough at this point. That Autarch's level 2 and just hacking away.
It shall be done.
His swift movement was activated right there, and that might be enough for that Autarch to finish off the Force Commander. She's moving in. Oh, she's so close. Oh, she gets a shot, but the Artificer regen. Oh man, that was purely thanks to that Artificer armor. Meanwhile, the Lictor's shredding into some Assault Space Marines with the help of those Hormagaunts.
Oh man!
If those assaults go down, there's just going to be not much they can do.
No.
6 HP, one more. Oh, a Sergeant! Wow! Excellent timing. And I did see a Hormagaunt make that last battle leap there at the end too, so that Sergeant most definitely saved that squad.
I don't think Riku and Zakuto can't do much against us anymore. The power's being bashed by those warp spiders. They're very behind in both resources. Resources aren't actually, yeah, they don't really have that much income anymore, actually.
Spore Mine's getting dropped right on top of that Plasma Devastator. Looks like Zakuto sees it right away and pulls himself on out of there. But those Banshees may make short work of it either way.
Those Banshees are not moving in.
Oh yeah, they just went after the Tech Marine. Curious indeed. There's no reason they shouldn't have moved over on that Plasma Dev and finished it off. Anyways, it looks like we've got a Carnifex on the field.
He's microing his...
Oh wow, he almost lost another squad to the base turrets of Zakuto there.
That would have been pretty silly.
Ooh, a nice looking retreat grenade right on all those Termagants. A big old splat right there in the middle. Bits and bugs everywhere.
Not with Tyranid economy.
Yeah, not a big deal.
No.
But it's fun to watch bugs explode.
And this Carnifex is just chasing those attacks, and I think Riku pretty much knows from that he's lost.
The Warlock shredding into these assaults. There's that special attack, knocking everything down. He does have the Champion's Robe, which gives him his mana shield. And the Carnifex looks like it's just going to charge right into Dark Riku's base here.
Yeah, he doesn't have any AV from what I can see. Anything at all. His stacks might be no rocket attacks for. I'm curious to know what he's going to get. I don't think he can buy anything actually.
Not right now. I mean, they are just
enough power for anything.
Yeah, they are just power starved to the maximum degree right now.
Yeah.
That Librarian's in a bit of trouble between two Lictors and a Carnifex. He does fall back, but
there isn't much they can do anymore.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the game. There's a Dreadnought out for Zakuto and a second Plasma Devastator, but they just really need something to hold map at this point in the game. They're down to under 100 VPs, and with a 2-0 cap against them, these scouts aren't going to be able to hold this point.
See Banshee's moving in. Grenade didn't do all too well, actually.
Oh, and a nice looking Plasma Dev shot combined with the Emperor's Fist going down and just annihilating those Banshees.
And he really should stop shooting now.
Yeah, he needs to be wary of the friendly fire on his Dreadnought.
And
of course, there goes the Haywire Grenade.
But he should be focus firing those Spore Mines. Oh, this is very
yeah, that's gonna be brutal.
He needs to get out of there now. If those warp spiders would have teleported a bit further, they could have retreat killed the Devastator plasma cannon due to their huge damage output even on the retreat, so...
Yeah, most definitely. And right now they're just warping her all over the place, kiting that Dreadnought.
I'm not sure what they want to do because they can't really damage it.
Oh, and I believe they found their only option.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit brutal there. And taking a look at the score here, you can see it's pretty one-sided. I mean, they had 300 more power coming in, better unit scores. Spoke was a little low on the unit score. He lost a lot of stuff, but that's kind of typical for Tyranids.